Hey, if you only watch One Piece anime, please beware, there will be spoilers for you in this video because I'm going to talk about the latest manga chapter and what happened in it. Maybe not so huge spoilers, but still. So in the latest chapter, Apoo seemed to take down Luffy and almost took down Zoro. At least it's what it looked like. So, did Apoo really show that he is stronger than Luffy and Zoro? Why do some fans think that it puts him higher on a power scaling level? Let's talk about it. First of all, I want to note that Apoo is a member of Supernova, and Supernova are all very strong pirates. And even though we can't say they are all of same power, we could still presume that they are about on the same level, like we can presume that Yonka are not equal in strength, but they are still on this highest level of power, probably close to a power of an admiral, but most likely even stronger, maybe many times stronger. We can't say exactly, but we can presume. And about supernovas, we can say the same. They are all about on the same line, but some are higher and some are lower. And it's very hard to explain why some are up there, some are down there. Especially since we don't know much about Apoo in particular. Yes, we can say that Kid and Luffy should be about the same. Maybe Luffy is a bit stronger since he's a main character also. But what about Apoo? Where can we place him? I still want to say that yes, he is strong. Don't forget about this, guys. He is a supernova. So it's not strange that he could overpower Luffy at this moment, especially using this moment of surprise, using his powers that are mysterious for Luffy at the moment. The thing is, in the world like One Piece, where we have these crazy powers from devil fruits, the tactic of loaning your opponent's power is extremely important. And we do not know much about Apoo's power. Yes, he can create this musical instrument, but can you tell how exactly, what attack did he use to take down Luffy in this latest chapter? It was a surprise for us. We didn't expect it. We couldn't understand how did he do that. And obviously Luffy and Zoro didn't understand it also. They didn't yet have the time to learn their opponent, Apoo. So we need to understand his power first. Then come up with a way to counter it and only then implement. Sometimes it's impossible to counter your opponent's power even if you understand how it works. Take for example Pirona. She was able to take down all the strongest players, and only Usopp in Thriller Bark was able to defeat her because he had this immunity to her power. And for Luffy and for Zoro, she was an opponent they couldn't win against. But can you say really that Pirona is overall stronger than Luffy or stronger than Zoro? I don't think so. And also Caesar's ability we saw in Punk Hazard. It is pretty crazy, and how can you counter it? There are not many ways to do that. So I am positive that as soon as Luffy and Zoro learn Apoo's abilities, understand what does he do exactly, how does he implement these music powers, they will be able to win against him, no problem, either Zoro or Luffy. I think Zoro is still stronger than Apoo in my opinion, but it's just my speculation because really we don't know much about Apoo. And also I wanted to say that how do we learn our opponent? We do that in a fight. We need to fight him to understand what does he do. And right now we don't even have time to do that because we have to run, we have to go to Kaida and all that. So we don't have that luxury to stay and to waste our energy on Apoo. That's why we are running away. It's not because of cowardice. It's not because we think we are weaker than Apoo. It's just that we don't have time to learn his mysterious abilities right now in a fight, in a battle. So we have to go away. So basically what I'm trying to say is that Apoo taking our heroes by surprise doesn't necessarily mean he is strong and he would win in a full-on fight, because we did not have a full-on fight in the latest chapter. It was a quick encounter, and Luffy did come around after that. He wasn't unconscious for that long, and Zoro was still able to run even with that wound, so the fight was not finished. We can't say what the result would be if they stayed and fought Apoo seriously. Even 1v1, not Zoro and Luffy versus Apoo, but someone, Zoro or Luffy versus Apoo. And also then we can see Kid in turn taking Apoo by surprise with this attack, because Apoo didn't see it coming until the latest minute that Kid is here and Kid is going to punch him right now. So element of surprise was on Kid's side, just like before the element of surprise was on Apoo's side, also thanks to his mysterious powers that are still not understood by our heroes fully. There were many moments in manga where our heroes faced opponents with mysterious powers and overwhelming powers. They didn't understand at first. They didn't understand how to counter at it first. Like NL using observation Haki, Luffy had to come up with a way to counter that, to make his punches deflect from the wall, to make them random. Or take, for example, even Miss Golden Week. You can't say that Miss Golden Week is stronger than Luffy, but still using her crazy power, she was able to manipulate him. I'm editing now, and I wanted to add a point about observation Haki, because I had a question on my live reaction video, like why didn't they just use observation Haki to evade Apoo's attacks? Well, the answer is quite simple, because with observation Haki, like with any powers, you have some drawbacks, you have some weaknesses, and with observation Haki it's very important to concentrate, to keep that peaceful state of mind. It's almost like meditating, and only when you are concentrating on the world around you, you can observe and predict what is going to happen. And in that particular situation, not Luffy nor Zoro were able to use it. They felt like something is coming, that yeah, Apoo is up to something, he is going to do something, but they could not concentrate enough to see what exactly is going to happen, not counting the fact that I already mentioned they couldn't know how he is going to do it. Maybe they even saw this future, but they didn't know how to evade it. That is also a possibility. So observation Haki didn't help them at that moment, and also we could argue that their observation Haki is not as good as it could be right now, but even Katakuri's observation Haki wasn't impenetrable. Luffy could like tip Katakuri off balance, and thanks to that go through his observation Haki and like make a hole in it, in this wall. And I think in this situation also Luffy and Zoro, they're trying to run away so they can evade any unnecessary encounters. Now they're not exactly calm, and they're not concentrated on Apoo. They're concentrated on running away, on going to Kaido, because they don't need to fight Apoo. They need to preserve their strengths. So yeah, we are left with two explanations. Either they just couldn't use observation Haki at the moment, or they used it and they saw what is going to happen, but since they didn't know nothing much about Apoo's powers, they just didn't know how to evade this future. So share your thoughts on this matter with Apoo, share your favorite moments about mysterious and overwhelming powers in One Piece. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. See ya!